When I first met Matthew, everybody laughed. Nobody could believe that I would even slow down or not speak for 3 seconds, much less, like, hours. I mean, Matthew and his team in Prosita would have myself and Darren, who even talks more than I do, in quiet and try to put us in meditation for I mean, Darren really could dip right in and he probably loved it because he was thinking, "Oh, good, maybe I could get Heidi to not talk." But every nobody nobody thought that this would ever exist. A very old friend and forever friend and client of mine, Tony Robbins, had introduced me to Matthew and the team. And when I was with them, I had written him and Sage. They were in such shock by how calm and quiet I was that they immediately got on a plane back to India to do their own work. And like, because they couldn't, they were like, what happened to Heidi? What happened to Heidi? But so I knew, and I didn't even look. I knew for myself what was a beautiful thing was that there are so many parts inside, and I want you to talk about this a little bit that that people feel, but they're looking outside and they're looking to others to help them figure that out. Like, how does one like, you had a decision that you said that you had gotten, but how does one that isn't a wisdom teacher or hasn't done a lot of the work, how do they get to finding inner freedom, making that decision? What are some little things, quick, like that people can do that might not even know that they need it?
That they need the inner freedom?
Well, they might not even know that they need it. I mean, doesn't everybody need inner
Yes.
freedom, Matthew?
Well, yeah, anybody that has a soul needs inner freedom. Yes, 100%.
Right,
Um,
right.
yeah, there's a variety of things you could do, and like you were saying, one of the most important things is you have to make a decision that you want to move in that direction. Without that, there's not a whole lot that anybody can do. But that's part why I founded Inner Freedom Global with Priya, because she shares the same vision. She holds this same sense of responsibility to give back because, you
Mhm.
know, growing up, there's, obviously now we have the internet and finding information is way easier than it was back then. You had to go to the library, and if it didn't have the book, good luck, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it's part of the beauty of the internet and opportunities like what you're doing right now, and I'm very
Mm.
moved by what you're doing, Heidi, is giving people the
Oh,
chance to discover the
yes.
opportunity to really understand themselves in a more deep, meaningful way, and to know
Mhm.
that there's people out there that really genuinely care about them and want to help them. And that's what our work is all about, is saying that, yeah, we know that inner freedom is very important because we know what it was like to suffer. We've made that journey. We know what it's like to not suffer. We know how to free ourselves now. We've been
Mhm.
helping people make this journey for the past 30 years, from every walk of life, from every form of suffering that you can imagine. We've become experts at this. We know how to get people to inner freedom. And we're reaching out and trying to let people know that if you think it's important, we're one of maybe, other opportunities that are out there in the world, but we have a role that we're trying to play to do our small part in helping people know that inner freedom is a possibility. It is possible to know that you can free yourself from stress and suffering.
Mhm.
And it doesn't mean that you have to change everything about your life or do things that you don't like. You don't have to, get involved in things that you feel haven't been helpful for you. You can come, take this, learn how to apply what we want to help you with, and then go about your life and make it a way of life. That's what our vision really is to help people have that inner freedom, which what we mean by that is experience peace, love, joy, and to not have that every once in a while, but more a day-to-day experience where
Yeah, it
it
does
becomes a
seem
way of life.